Ladies and gentlemen, how's everybody doing? We are back with an episode of 49ers Round Check, and we got my boy, Niner Game Podcast, Dion in the building, and we got the OG who knows the DBs in the hood, Moses, and we got my boy that should be arrested for impersonating Steph Curry, my boy, 49er King. What's good, everybody?
Hilarious, man. That's exactly what it is.
I'm right here, man. I'm right here. I was at the parade earlier. Had a great time, Celebrating.
I heard it was live out there.
Oh yeah, but see that's a real parade.
Yeah, it was pretty damn
so
fun.
Rams fans, take note. That's how a parade should be done. Not what happened with y'all, where nobody was there.
There was deep in San Francisco
tweeting on the streets.
Oh, dude, I'm pretty sure if we would have had the
it was more players on the Rams than fans out there.
Ooh.
Dang.
Yeah. So speaking of it, man, since we're going on with what's going on, man, I know the DBs have been a little discussion. I know you and Moses and Dion wanted to put some thoughts of it, right?
Hey, you know what? I've been, hearing reports that slot nickel is going to be the biggest concern. Based off what I'm hearing is Denard and Lenore are getting worked. And that was the main questions I had is how is Lenore was going to do. Now we got a problem with Avery Thomas getting worked as well. So those are three main concerns that I believe that's going on right now.
But that's just the one question mark. But hasn't Quatrez Knight looked pretty good too, or no?
Based on what I hear, Quatrez Knight's been doing pretty good. I believe that's going to come between him and Womack. That's going to be the battle to watch. Because really, I don't trust Lenore. I don't trust Thomas. I don't trust none of them. As far as their technique, not as they're played. As far as their technique, I don't trust them.
Yeah, because Thomas isn't. He's not ready for that press man NFL type game. Now, when he was at Michigan, that was technically speaking what he did. But because of everything that happens, I honestly don't think he's going to be a slot guy. He's going to be a backup for, most likely either Mosley or Ward. And the reason being is because that's where he excelled. Because everybody remembers Ambry Thomas last year. First game, he looked like hot garbage. Second game, better progression. And then, that third game, it seemed like he just figured shit out. So that's where he lives on the outside. And I don't think he's going to work in the slot. I think, honestly, the slot was supposed to be designed for Lenore. But with all the reports of him getting faked, like by all accounts, you know what I'm saying? They're saying that, honestly, they think it's either going to be probably Dark West Denard in the slot, or you're probably, go with what OG said, it's probably going to either be Womack or Quatrez Knight. It all depends, man. Training camp will tell us a whole lot more because we'll have the pads on, and we'll see who gets reps because it's literally the slot right now is a turnstile. Because I can tell you this. If Jason Verrett is fully healthy, our starters on the outside are going to be Verrett and Charvarius Ward. Because you have no reason to put Emmanuel Mosley out there if Verrett's healthy. Like, if he's healthy and ready to go, I will take Jason Verrett all day over Emmanuel Mosley. This is how it will work.
And one thing I like about Denard, I really like them. But the one thing that he's vulnerable to is a double move. And based on what, for example, I'm going to refer to Jack Hammer, he was getting burnt. He got burnt, I think, twice on that double move. So I know Denard could be had on that. Now, as far as Lenore goes, and I'm going to explain technique wise. I'm just going to give you a theory of probably what might happening. One of the things he's not doing when he's playing off coverage, and Dion, you know what I'm talking about when I'm explaining this. One of the things he's not doing is backpedaling. He's letting the receiver run up on him, and then by the time he turns his hips, it's game over after that. So he's not backpedaling. That was one of my theories that was going on with Lenore.
I agree with that completely, man. And that's the whole thing. Like, you have to have that full toolbox there. This is why you go to the combine, because they check your toolbox and they look for these things, man. And that backpedal has to be proper for you to be able to do it. Because that drill where they have you backpedal, flip your hips, and then go straight, turn around and they want you to burst out of that flip, is because they want to see that you have the proper change of direction with your lower body. So that if you get, that if that receiver makes that move, you can turn around and go with him.
Exactly.
It's even simple. If you get caught slipping on a slant, you backpedaling and this receiver just bow. And next thing you know, you have to have the reaction skills mentally, and your body has to be able to flow with that for you to be able to go exactly where they're going. And then at the same time, you want to be able to sometimes run their routes for them. And that all comes from film study. That's why you used to see Richard Sherman get receivers and run their routes for him. Why? Because when he was in college, that's what he did. He was a receiver. So he's like, okay, I know I have, at this many steps, I have to do this. This, at this point, I have to do that. I have certain breakdowns. I'll give you a perfect example. Darrell Reeves used to always shut down Chad Johnson. And Chad asked him why on I Am Athlete. And he told Chad the simplest thing. He said, I knew when the ball was coming to you. He said, how'd you know that? He said, when the ball was coming to you, you tugged on your right glove twice. So it's studying those small, minute details to know exactly what a receiver is going to do, understand their routes, and make them make in-game adjustments so that they can't beat you.
Exactly. And also, as far as getting to Avery Thomas really quick, CG, is Dion's right. He's not built for man press. And based off, like I said, I'm going to go back to the reports. Is when he plays man press, he gets beat off the line of scrimmage right away. Because like my coach told me, what happens at the line of scrimmage will dictate how the play will end. So here's my theory what's going on. And Dion, like I said, you'll know what I'm talking about. When he plays man press, if you notice how Avery Thomas, when he presses, he likes to step forward. And he gets beat like that. Or he's getting caught flat-footed or shuffling his feet. If you look at his feet or what's doing it, you'll see what I'm talking about.
Yeah, man. Hey, we need a slot corner that can play man to man, because I still have nightmares of Cooper Kupp in that NFC title game, man. And we got Jason Verrett, we got Womack. Womack, like college football and deflections. That's what we need. We need somebody to get up on Kupp, press, cover, put hands on that man, be physical with him. Come on and get physical. That's what we gotta do, man.
I'm hearing that maybe Womack might be that sleeper because he's fast and he's been a good shutdown quarter in college. So
that's my dude. That's my favorite guy right there on defense.
Quintress Knight.
Yeah,
Quintress Knight. Hey, but we got to get Quintress Knight on my show, man.
I'll say this. The number one thing is that the art of jamming a receiver at the line is all but dead. You remember back in the day, man, these DBs used to get up in your shit.
Yeah.
They get right up in your pads right here. They get right up in it and give you that good shove. And next thing you know, you back 5 steps and your whole, the timing of your play is off. Now it's like they don't even want to touch these dudes. And what kills me about the system that we run is that we play so far off, he ain't jamming shit. Like, they ain't no, what are you going to jam a dude from 10 yards away? He didn't jam the air.
You're getting beat.
So, you get it. So it's like, my thing is, if you have a slot DB, he needs to be able to jam, because the thing is the slot guy is all about timing. If your timing's off and you're a slot guy, you're never gonna make a play.
Exactly.
But if you have that space and that DB is playing, a good 5 yards off of you, it's easy for you to run your routes and do what you need to do. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is, get back into it, man. Jam them dudes off the line, man. Make them work for that. Don't give it to them
Avery Thomas can't do it though. He gets beat all the time. Look at I'm gonna go back to his footwork. Look what he does. He shuffles his feet or he steps forward. He's not built for that.
So slot corner is probably one of the biggest issues for us, but I feel like we haven't even signed another guy that could be a slot out there. I mean, I think there's quite a few others out there, but like you said, there's a guy that nobody hasn't even picked up, and he's like a undrafted guy, right?
I'm telling you right now, man, his name is Al Young, and I swear to you, bro, please, people, watch the film. This young man is the next Richard Sherman. I'm telling you, bro. DB is my favorite position strictly because of Dion Sanders. But in the process of watching great defensive backs over the years, I kid you not, I have not been wrong. I just haven't. I've called him. And this young kid is a star. All he needs is the opportunity. I'm telling you right now, it's like when Jimmy Butler came in the league, when he was balling, I told everybody he's going to start as a defensive specialist first. He's going to develop his offensive game, and then he's going to become a superstar. Did Jimmy Butler's career not exactly go in that way? Yes, it did. He was a defensive specialist. Everybody loved him because he could lock you down. And then he developed his offensive game. Now he's a star. He's running his own squad. I'm telling you right now, man. That dude is just, I'm telling you, he's just that good, man. And I really don't see how you can watch tape and watch film and just pass on a dude like that. Like what is holding people back? He has nothing in his background as far as characteristic flaws or anything like that. There's nothing off the field. So, like, what are you missing? Like, what don't you see that tells you can't get it? You know what I'm saying? Somebody popping fireworks or something?
Somebody shooting? Somebody shooting?
Like, what the hell?
Man, it's got to be in Oakland, right? Oakland gets crazy.
Yeah, Tig out there, he just chilling. He's like, man, it ain't nothing. It's the everyday thing out here, man. It ain't nothing.
But like Dion said, training camp's gonna tell us a lot about who really wants it.
Hey, we got so much depth, man. It's gonna be a 5-6 man battle at the cornerback position, and that's a good problem to have, man. It's a passing league. We're gonna face a lot of 3 and 4 receiver sets, man. We gotta have dudes who can lock it down just in case we might have an injury. We have a pretty good backup. That's what counts, man.
I felt like our depth pieces is better than last year because now we got Verrett back on a cheaper deal. We got a lot of guys who can step in if it's necessary. I think for Avery Thomas, you can't play him at slot. Put him at outside.
Yeah. Get safety help over the top.
For the love of God, please don't let Dante Jensen play.
Oh, man, if he plays the slot, we're screwed.
the Damian Lee of the Niners.
That's the only man that consistently has a job with the Niners. He don't look for a job. He don't worry about a job. He just goes home and he knows they're going to call. It's always going to happen. He just waits at home on reserve. He doesn't go look for any. He doesn't do anything. It just, that's basically what it is. So I honestly think that the beauty of what we have now is the fact that we're not shopping at the 99-cent store, Dollar Tree, Craigslist for defensive backs, looking in the trash can outside, walking in the grocery store, just seeing somebody holding out a shape. Hey, you want to play defensive back for the 49ers? Sure, come on in. Like now we actually went and got some viable people that actually are young and can play football. You know what I'm saying? But it was annoying as heck, man, that, we were doing that last year. Benjamin, we still looking for that man poor soul after, it happened.
Hey, I'm still on standby. If Kyle Shanahan calls me after quarantine, I'll still be keeping in shape. I'll be on standby.
He said, "Look, man, I got a negative COVID test, and I'm out there."
No more Moses for DB coach, man. Come on, man. Get rid of that other DB coach.
No more Josh
definitely.
Normans on this roster. No more Dante Johnsons. No, get him out of here.
Hey, that's Oakland for you, Tommy. That's what it goes down in Oakland.
They're still celebrating the Warriors championship parade today.
That's the parade out there?
Yeah, that was
here,
out there.
It travels. It travels. Fireworks.
Hey, Dion, going back to what you're saying about jamming, when I played defensive back, one of the things my coach told me was, if you're gonna jam, make sure you win the jam. If you're not gonna jam, don't jam. One thing about
Yeah,
Thomas, and I believe, and maybe you want to follow up on this, he thinks too much. He's thinking too much if he should jam or not jam. One thing I can recommend to Avery Thomas: just do the damn thing. If you're gonna jam him, jam the shit out of him.
yeah, get aggressive. But another cornerback that might have a good chance because he was a late round pick, but the Niners were very high on this guy, Tyree Castro Fields. I don't know what's so good about him, but I've heard mixed reviews about him. I don't know if he could be the guy to compete for that slot spot, but he could definitely be one of those guys that could sneak up to the roster, even though he's a 6th-round pick.
I'm not.
Really
I'm still not sold on Castro Fields or Womack yet.
Yeah, I haven't heard much about Castro Fields, and I've been looking for it, man. I've been digging for any of the reports that I can see that we had on him, but there's nothing there that's giving me any indication that he's taking strides to put himself in that conversation. Right now, honestly, it looks like the guys on the outside looking in, because I have our cornerback list right here. So I'll tell you this: Emmanuel Mosley, Jason Verrett, Charvarius Ward, Ambry Thomas, and Diamador Lenore. These dudes are all locks. You can guarantee these guys are probably at least going to make it through the first couple of cuts when it comes to training camp. But, your Dante Johnson, your Tyree Castro Fields, Kadar Hallman, Quantrez Knight, Samuel Womack, those are the guys that are still fighting to make the squad. So you'll know who they have faith in once, those week-by-week cuts come and we start seeing dudes fall like flies. Me personally, I honestly think that Womack and Quantrez Knight have a good shot. I only think we keep about six DBs, maybe 7, because they're gonna try to stack that defensive line because that's what they love so much.
Yep.
Well, depth pieces is important, but here's where you can make the team. If you have versatility for the defensive back position, like let's say for Castro Fields, if he makes the team, he would have to have versatility to play safety also. So that would be viable. Maybe that's where Castro Fields could beat out Dante. I'm
Hopefully.
hoping.
Better, man.
I'm hoping.
Somebody got to be.
We hope on that.
He's
Dante Johnson's suspect. Dante Johnson is that dude that gives you that game where you're like, oh, okay, I didn't know you was you on that type of time. And then the next game, you like, exactly. See, you hear the fireworks and you're like, what happened? That was Dante Johnson. He just got
That's
shot.
Dante Johnson getting beat for another touchdown.
Exactly.
Oh my God!
Bam! He's getting beat.
Literally, bam! It's like when they score a touchdown on the road team, they always play the song, or the home team plays the boom, boom, touchdown or whatever.
Yeah,
but man. His initials are DJ, and DJ, we ain't playing that song no more. Get rid of that stuff, man. We got so much depth. He's gonna be pushed out. That's what I think. So.
I hope the young cats come and really push him out like hardcore, like
Leon O'Neal
be able to do it.
Leon O'Neal, is he a safety or a DB?
I think he's a safety. He's a safety.
Safety.
Yeah, he's been hanging out with Ward and Hufunga, and they got Leon O'Neal Jr. and Taylor
Hawkins. Yeah, he's a cornerback.
Yeah, so. Our starting safeties are going to be Ward and Hufunga. I can tell you that right now. They look at George Odom more for what he does on special teams.
More than a starter,
on the field, but he's definitely not going to be no starter. The guys that I'm really interested in, honestly, are Knight and Diamador Lenore. I need those dudes to show me something. I need to give me something to go on because I was really banking on Lenore doing some good things strictly based on the fact that he was hanging out with Dion. You know what I'm saying? Being mentored by Prime. So, I mean, at the end of the day, come on, y'all. Prime ain't no joke. That man was one of the best defensive backs to ever play football. So, when you hang out with a guy like that, you pick the brain. So, you hope that it follows through with the players, but you never know.
I like Dion Sanders, but my main defensive back, it was my idol back when I played, was Eric Davis. He was my biggest idol.
You like ED?
Yeah,
ED's cool, man. Yeah, he's cool. He cool when he gets on the podcast. He's super chill. Man.
I gotta get him on my show for once.
Yeah,
I like
he's a really, really
I like Eric Davis the way he covers, but I also like Ronnie Lott the way he hits. So I try to put two and two together. Like I said, business decisions. I need to make better choices.
I love
Yeah, hey,
Lott when he hit, man. Oh God, you just
yeah, Lau
like
was a hitter. I think Dion Sanders is a top 5 football player of all time, man. He shifted, the Niners to win a Super Bowl to next year's to shift in Dallas, man. He was that extra piece, and I wish the Niners would have allowed him to play offense, man. He wanted to play a little receiver, man. We could have gone back to back, maybe even 3 in a row if we had him.
hey man,
You know?
y'all saw
He
what
was
he
that
did in
dangerous.
Atlanta. He ain't playing no games in the ATL. They let that man do everything. Like
Didn't
it's
Di-
funny because when I
didn't
think of
Deion
him,
didn't
go
Deion
ahead,
Sanders play a little offense in the Super Bowl against the Chargers?
he did.
Yeah, he did.
He didn't catch the ball.
He didn't catch
Yeah.
the ball, but I think he did. No, he was probably they probably used him out there as a decoy more so. But I'll say this, because I think we need to take a look and see who we think this offensive line is going to be, man. And
Ooh, speaking of offensive
Yes.
line, man, that's the interesting part. Like,
yeah,
it's three open spots. It's a vacancy. So
it's literally right in the middle of our line is where the spots are open because we all
yeah,
know if Mike McGlinchey is healthy, they're going to give him his right tackle spot. There's no question about that because there's nobody out there beating him out. But right now,
Nobody can compete with him.
if Justin School is there, why not? The other
Hopefully,
question I
Justin
do
School
have real
can
quick
take him
for
to
all of
school.
y'all: why don't you think we cut D Ford yet? Well past June 1st.
Oh,
I
that's
mean,
right. I
they're
forgot about that.
cap space
They cut him already.
issues. They should have cut him. I don't know why. It doesn't make sense.
Shanahan said well before the state of the franchise that he would not be a part of the plans going forward. So I don't
Yeah,
know
man.
what y'all
Hey,
are
what's the
waiting on.
dealio?
Maybe he goes on injury reserve. Maybe he goes on IR for the entire year, and then we save up cap space. I don't know. Maybe that's the strategy they're doing.
They basically are thinking to cut him because at the end of the day, he restructured his contract, but we still gonna owe that man like at least anywhere between 12 to 15 million this year and next year. Just
And
based
we
on the
have
fact that we gave his dumbass an injury guarantee for a dude that is that trash.
I mean, he used to be good. It's just the injuries was killed it. But when you look at man, dude, like how come we can't get any damn good players? Maybe that's why the front office doesn't go aggressive like they used to because of what happened, man. The D4 experience, the Quan Alexander experience,
McKinnon.
the McKinnons. I mean, dude, we used to go aggressive on it at one point, but now they're just trying to be conservative with it now.
I'm sorry, McKinnon
Yeah.
is probably the most ungrateful player we've ever had in our life. For you to
Yep.
actually get on on Instagram
On live?
and on
Yeah.
live, and for him to ask you, "Are you coming back?" and for you to say "F no," on to the next team, that's disrespectful. We lined your pockets for years while you didn't do a damn thing. You sat on the bench. We fed your family, and this is that's how you repay us. Really?
Yeah.
And
That's what we doing?
And Kyle Shanahan
Come
give
on,
him a
man. You
chance.
gotta be better than that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and to me, my thing was
Exactly.
that was another Kyle thing. That was another thing Kyle wanted. Oh well, I had to have Jared because I knew what he was gonna do in 2 years. We had old tired legs and bum knee Jared McKinnon, and he did nothing. And then magically in the last year, the only reason he even played was because he had to, and he was never the same. He didn't have that speed, he didn't have that burst, he didn't have that giddy up. You sat behind AP all in years, and then you came to the 49ers and couldn't even get on the field. So that tells me that you needed to actually play. You needed to be on the field to be able to keep what you had because you obviously didn't have anything left after you just sat and wasted your life. But I don't even mention that dude because he gets me riled up, man, because of the disrespect. You know what I'm saying? If somebody did that to me, I would tell him I would have come off and said, respectfully, I think it's time for me to move forward to another team. I'd love to come back, but I think my time in San Francisco has run its course. Like there's ways to be able to bow out gracefully, but for you to act like that and for the world to be able to see it, man, I ain't got no respect for you.
Exactly.
Yeah, man. It's like D4's barely got on the field since he's been with us, and he's actually is grateful, man. Like I've always liked him as a person. He can't stay healthy. You know what I'm saying? And then McKinnon, he was supposed to be that next dual threat dude, and he was a big disappointment. And it's like, man, he deserves all his flack he got, man, because Sheesh, man. And Shanahan got flack for it, but I think that was the right move, signing him because he had special talent. But it's like, man, he was Anthony Davis. He was Anthony Davis of running backs. Never on the field, never. He's always in street clothes. He was Jarek Street Clothes McKinnon. Like Anthony Street Clothes Davis. But,
nah, but okay,
like
but when you speak of that, man, like. Man, maybe when you look at the front office from the previous years, man, we did go for some big names. We went for Quan Alexander, and how did that pay off? Couldn't stay healthy, wasn't a good tackler.
Yeah.
But the thing is this front office goes after players who have an injury history. Like, they know that. We all knew D Ford had the talent, but he couldn't stay healthy. So D Ford wasn't that great. The only reason we gave him all that money is because he came off, I think, an 11.5 sack year?
13 and a half.
13 and a half. So, okay, you had 13 and a half sacks. You get broke off. What he played for us that year? 8, 9 games, if that. And, yeah, he came along in the playoffs, but it's like my thing is when you know somebody has an injury history, the number one thing you don't give them is an injury clause. And if you know somebody has an injury history and you may not get a lot out of them, you front load their contract so their guaranteed money is gone. That way you don't wind up with the financial burden later on. Now we got 2 years of paying a dude that does nothing for us, literally nothing. And I'm not saying that he doesn't want to be on the field. I'm not casting any aspersion on him as a man. I'm just saying, from a health standpoint, you can't stay healthy, and now we got to pay you to do nothing. That's a waste for me. I don't think that was a good investment, and especially knowing his injury history, don't give that to him. You got to be smarter about it. If there's an injury guarantee, find a way. If Parag is really that good with these contracts, what you do is you find a way to make it so that injury guarantee does not handicap you from a salary cap standpoint. We already handicapping ourselves with keeping dumbass 10 on the staff because for some ungodly reason, John and Kyle think that they're going to find a way to get a first-round pick for him when we all know that's not going to happen. So, you have to think about it from an open standpoint and say to yourself, you know what? We got to be smarter about the moves that we make.
Yeah.
But when you look at the players that we signed recently, they're not like, the only one we signed that's like really big was Javarius Ward. But I think as far as Ward, his value is like underrated because he's ascended the last couple of years. So it's like he's kind of been elevating from being the least like the cornerback that they go through because he's always the one that they avoid. And Kansas City's best corner was him because they would throw a different direction.
Yeah,
I can agree with that. Yeah, he was our biggest offseason signing because he was the person that we gave the most money to. It wasn't necessarily due to his skills. And I'm not saying that he doesn't have skills, nor am I saying that I don't like him. I'm just saying like that was the catalyst for them saying, he was our big offseason addition because we gave him the most money. But I think he'll work out well. Hopefully he does. But my thing is I want everybody in training camp ready to go. Like, I don't need to hear we're giving somebody this day off or we're doing that or we're going here. No, if you're healthy, get your ass on the field, show and prove. Don't go out there and oh, my knee, oh, my neck, oh, my back, oh, my arm, all that.
My neck and my back.
Everybody going.
My neck and my back. Yeah, I'm going to miss time and all that stuff. None of that stuff, please. But the most intriguing part about it is, man, dude, we've gone through a lot of financial issues, but we don't know how to do exactly what the Rams are doing, dude. Like, how the hell we even manipulate the cap space?
Bro, I don't know how they keep pulling that money out their ass. That is amazing. I don't know what Les Snead does, but maybe Parag should go hang out with him for a week or two and figure out how to finagle the system because there's no way in hell they should be able to re-sign Aaron Donald and give Cooper Kupp money.
And Stafford a contract extension.
Stafford another contract extension. Like, where's all this money coming from?
It's like they stole it.
They must have, man.
They're giving LA extra millions.
I don't know what perks you get from winning the Super Bowl, but I didn't know it was like that.
Yeah,
exactly.
cap issue, man, but it's all good. They're top heavy. They're one injury away from having a top 7 pick, and they don't even got a first round pick. So, like I said, man, if any Ramsey or a Donald, a Cup, any of those guys, they don't got the depth we got. And I think Ward's gonna be ready for him, man. Ward, I seen him make plays on Devontae Adams. Devontae Adams one of the best 3 or 4 receivers in the league. And then Ward, he guarded Tyree Castro in practice for 4 years. So he's seen his speed. He should see everybody's speed. He should be used to anybody's speed. That kind of is gonna get him ready for this season. So, like I said, man, he's already battle tested in that regard. So he's seen that speed. The fastest dude in the NFL, at least top 3 or 4. So.
Hey, man, I think Devontae, for me, one of the most underrated wide receivers that has been playing the game for years, and he played it with the carousel of quarterbacks. And he's in our division. That's DeAndre Hopkins. That, I don't care what nobody says. That the most spectacular catch I ever seen is when that motherfucker put his hand under his leg and caught the ball. How do you do that? How do you do that? And his hands are massive. Like, his hands are like just huge. So, it's different. That's all I'm gonna say, man. He is a different type of animal. When he's on the field, man, it is.
It feels great, man. I got my first ring.
No, but yeah, Hopkins, to me, he has the best hands, and he's played through a lot of different quarterbacks. But like, as far as like the one receiver that everybody overhypes now, is because Kupp is like, dude, a triple crown receiver, whatever it is.
Something
like one of those.
Yeah, like what? More catches, yards, touchdown.
Oh yeah.
He was close to 2,000 yards too.
Mm-hmm.
Shoot.
I don't want him getting that. Heck no. Hey man, he was
we don't want him getting that. I'm just saying he's hard to stop, bro.
We just need somebody to shut him down. That's it. I'm hoping Ward is the answer.
Quencher's night.
Oh, Quencher's night. We better get the night, man. The night's going to patrol.
So this offensive line, man. This is a curious battle, man. And let's take a look at it. So,
well, Jake Brendo at center, that's the only thing we're hearing about. And then you have Daniel Brunskill potentially playing guard or center, one of the 2 spots. And then you got Donovan West at center, and then Jason Poe at center. Guard, you got some open spots there, which they're giving they're handing the job to Aaron Banks. I don't know why, but it seems like he's in better shape. And then you got Jalen Moore potentially, or Brunskill competing for that spot. And then you got Spencer Burford, who can either play guard or tackle.
Yeah,
I've been hearing a lot of good things about Burford. I've been hearing a lot of good things.
Oh, dude, he demolished Armstead, bro. Freaking pancake his ass.
But here's the thing: this is without pads, so we don't know. I could give him credit for doing so, but what I will say is, there were no pads on, so we'll see. We'll see what happens. I'll say this. If we look at it, left tackle, we all know that's Trent Williams, automatic.
Yep.
If we look at left guard, right now, they're saying Aaron Banks.
Yeah, they're handing him the job is the problem. Yeah, I want it to be a competition.
Yeah, but I don't think they wanted it to be a competition because they probably were trying to push him last year, but he just wasn't ready. For a guy that I swear to you, I didn't see him suit up until we were like 10 games into the season. At least 10 or 11. And that was only for special teams. So I think they were saying, yeah, let's see what he can do. And, and that's special teams ain't nothing. You just blocking. There's no intricacies to special teams. You're blocking a guy in front of you. That's what you're doing.
That's it.
You're not pulling, you're not shifting, you're not going this way. You don't know if you're blocking out that way. None of that's happening. He's just blocking the dude in front of you. So maybe they were basically just trying to see, hey, man, look, he's got to hold up against somebody in the defense. Let's see what happens. But I honestly think that when you look at it, we have Colton McKivitz, Spencer Burford. I don't know who Sam Schluter is.
And then Nick Zaggio.
Mm-hmm. So I can tell you right now, and tell me if you guys agree. Our starting offensive line should look like this: Williams, Banks, Brendel, Brunskill, McGlinchey.
I can agree on that. I agree on that part because
I
it
can
seems
agree
like
on
it
that,
seems
yeah.
realistic. It seems about realistic, but my problem is with that spot is Brunskill at guard. I just don't really trust it.
Here's that leads me to my next point. That's where I was headed. Perfect. I like that you did that. You right here. Here's
I
the
want
thing.
Burford to compete for that spot.
That's where I'm going. You have Jalen Moore and Burford that are gonna fight Daniel Brunskill for that spot. The only way the center position can be screwed up is if Kyle inserts his ignorance. And I love Kyle, but I swear to you, if you put Daniel Brunskill at center, you will screw this offensive line. Don't do it.
And get Trey
All of
Lance
the faith
hurt.
you've shown in Jake Brendel. Keep it. Let him play. They have a rapport. Don't
Ruin
ain't
it.
broke, don't fix it, man.
Well, the chemistry matters because of what you said, but it wouldn't be a shocker if they just put in like a undrafted rookie and let him be the starter out of the blue, bro. Like, what if they just give the job to West, bro? That would be crazy.
That would be insane because everybody would be looking and going, what has Donovan West done that we didn't hear about, that we didn't see about, that warranted him taking the starting center position? That would be probably the biggest question mark.
Or Jason Poe. Who? Hey, but Trent Williams was praising about him.
Yeah.
Very athletic, too. The most athletic lineman that can catch the ball, play fullback, dude. I had this guy on the show. This guy can do anything. But I don't know. We'll see.
I feel like that would be a good addition to the offensive line. I mean, I think Trent is like one of those quiet rah-rah guys. He's rooting for everybody. Because I saw them when he was in what was he doing? They were in training camp the year before, and he said he was raving about Justin School. He loved Justin School. So I think what happens is he gets attached to the guys on the lines, and he
roots for them.
They do, and he roots for them, which is great because you want that in a teammate. But to be honest with you, I want a teammate that's gonna keep the buck with me and tell me the truth. Like I can tell you right now, Sam Schluter probably not making the squad. Keaton Sutherland, never even heard of you. You know what I'm saying? So when you look at the rest guys, Nick, I don't know how to say his last name.
Zadjel.
Nick Zadjel. You've got Jason Poe. You've got Burford. Like Burford, you would anticipate him making the squad. Why? Because he was drafted. They went after him. You know what I'm saying? And, Jason Poe, I think what happens is Poe has to find a home on the line and make plays to make them keep him because you will not get him through waivers. He is not clearing waivers.
Oh, no, because of his gift to do. Like, I think I think where he'll make the most out of his spot is either playing the center or guard spot. But I think at the next level, he can be a good center. Because most centers are short. They're mostly short and undersized. They can usually just quickly hike and use their lower advantage.
Yeah.
I mean, I go by experience because I was playing center and I was about 6'2" or 3, but I was a little quick off the get off. But for Poe, they see him more as a center, but a guard, he's a natural guard. He can pull. That's what stands out. But you can't put him at tackle. Forget about it.
Yeah. I think he would have to be either a guard or a center. Due to that athleticism, I think that would work out for him. But
I think being a center would be his best chance to make the team because we got too much guard depth.
That's true. Yeah, we still got McKivitz.
We got more guard depth.
And Burford can either play guard or tackle, dude.
Yeah.
So it's like Zadjel, I think he's been listed as potentially maybe being the center from what I'm hearing. Because I'm hearing a lot of this review about Zadjel that he can either play guard, tackle, and center also.
Yeah, I'm looking at CBS NFL right now, and what they're saying is they have Mike McGlinchey at right tackle. His backup is Zadjel, and then the backup to Zadjel will be Alfredo Gutierrez, the kid we got in the NFL's program for Mexico. So
Yeah, favorite.
you know, we never know. And then on the left tackle, you got Moore and Sam Schluter. Then Colt McKivitz is the left guard. Spencer Burford, Justin School, Jason Poe. Oddly enough, they have Banks as a backup to Daniel Brunskill at right guard, and Keaton Sutherland is the last guard there. But I think honestly, it's going to be the line should shake up to be exactly what I stated. Save for McGlinchey, I'm pretty sure you'll wind up seeing Justice School continue to hold that spot down because that's what they said who was playing it and who was playing it is best, you know, out of everybody. But I mean, what do you guys think, man? Because I'm really hoping it works out.
Okay, for speaking for an offensive lineman experience, you know, if I had to look at realistic, I was thinking exactly the same way as you were thinking. But if I had to choose that one guard spot outside of Banks, I mean, I guess Banks can get the job, but that Brunskill job, man, I don't know. I like him as a backup better. So if I had to choose somebody suitable to play that spot, I would be fine with putting Burford out there, but I think he's drafted to be a developmental at this point because they want to redshirt him just like Banks. They want to groom him to maybe potentially replace McGlinchey. That's what I'm hearing. But I think they're going to try him at guard.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, Brunskill, I mean, he's only like great against Aaron Donald. Against everybody else, he's like kind of terrible. You know,
that's actually true.
The Aaron Donald eraser. That's all you have him for. Like, okay, when it's the Rams, okay, put him against Aaron Donald, please.
We love it though. We love it because for some ungodly reason, you can't play against some of the worst defensive line talent in the NFL. Probably the top defensive lineman in the NFL. You seem to show the fuck up. No one will understand that ever.
I'll
never understand it the rest of my life. You can't play against no name James out here, but Aaron Donald comes in front of you, turn into a fucking all-star. I don't get it.
Yeah, he treats him like a rag doll. Aaron Donald looks like a regular human being getting pushed like a baby doll.
Yeah, and this is an all-decade defensive lineman. Aaron Donald, like first ballot. He's in the Mount Rushmore of big tackles for me.
He treats him like shit. Oh my god, dude! Like Brunskill just I don't know what it is about Brunskill playing against the Rams, dude. But anytime it's Aaron Donald, maybe that Aaron Donald stole his lunch money, or maybe Aaron Donald tried to take his lady. I don't know.
Something. He slept with his wife a long time ago or something, bro. He did something. Aaron Donald might have slept with his mama. He did something.
Oh.
He did something because I don't know why you so angry at that man, but you don't give him not a chance in hell. Be able to get off. There's some people that you see him go against dudes is crazy like that.
Yeah, and then Daniel Brunskill against anybody else. I call him Daniel Brun no skill. You know?
That's why most calls him Daniel Bunskill. Most calls him Bunskill all the time because he's
a bum.
You know what's crazy though? Speaking on Brunskill, he's better at tackle.
True.
If you put him at tackle,
he's better. When Justice School was getting murdered by
Preston Smith.
No. Justice School was getting murdered by Cleveland Browns. Myles Garrett.
Oh, Myles Garrett. Yeah.
He was getting murdered by Myles Garrett, who they put in left tackle.
Brunskill. He was good. I liked him at tackle better.
And where did Myles Garrett go? He disappeared.
He didn't
playing it damn good. He definitely wasn't getting to the quarterback. So it's just weird when you see stuff like that. But I mean, we have the best offensive lineman in the game in Trent Williams on our squad. I don't think there's a better offensive lineman, outside of the kid over there, Quentin Nelson, the guard in Indianapolis. But I mean, switching to another position, we gonna ask Steph Curry about this, man. I'm going to take Debo out of the equation because he said he's not playing unless he has a new contract. With Debo out of the equation, who's the X factor at receiver?
It's going to be Brandon Ayuk because he's had a rapport with Trey Lance. That's his dude right there.
I'm going to say Juwan Jennings.
Hey, I'm Juwan Jennings' biggest fan. That's my guy too. You know what I'm saying? But I think Ayuk's about to really hit a home run, man. He's going to have a 1,400-yard season this year. He's breaking out. He's going to use that Megatron arm length and Chad Ochocinco route running, quick feet. I'm telling you, he's
Let's
gonna be
Danny
go.
Gray.
You know what I'm
He's
saying?
gonna get the
Let's
ball deep.
go.
I'm just playing, man.
I like it. I like
Danny
that
Gray.
confidence he has in his decision. That's what I'm talking about, man. He said, "I ain't playing no games. It's BA." Brandon
He does
Ayuk
have a
is
good
the
chemistry
man.
with Trey better. He doesn't seem to get along with Jimmy as far as a passer, so maybe that is the X factor. But then Juwan Jennings is coming into his own, so I think he might be the bigger sleeper. I know I'm a
Hey,
biggest Juwan Jennings fan. I know I'm the biggest fan. I know I've been saying don't sleep on him, but he might be because he was a red zone threat.
he's a
Yeah,
sleeper.
I'm high on him.
He's a sleeper
80%.
because
Yeah,
you know
80%.
he's the third guy.
Yeah.
Third guys
80%
usually
of his
shine.
catches were like what, third downs or touchdowns? Like 80% of his catches. He's a
Yeah.
big game.
Hey man, look,
Chain
Third
mover,
down clutch,
playmaker.
red zone threat. I think he had 5 touchdowns last year, but he was good on third down plays and clutch situations. Like the game against the Bengals and Rams, those were big time plays where he stepped up to make the most out of those plays.
hey, he's basically a
Yeah,
reminder
carrying
of
dudes.
Kendrick Bourne. Bourne did
Just
the
more
same shit.
physical.
Just
Yeah,
a
yeah,
little
like a
more
more-
physical. Yeah.
And smiles just like Kendrick, but more serious.
Like a
Yeah.
3-inch taller version. 3-inch taller version too.
Dude, 6'3", 212. This guy, he just plays the game with fun.
I tell you this, I told everybody when we got Juwan Jennings, and nobody believed me. I said Juwan Jennings is going to be what they wanted Jalen Hurd.
That's what I said last year too, man. I was
Nobody
just
believed me, and I told everybody Jalen Hurd can't get on the field, and everybody like looked at me and they were like, "Man, you like such a Jalen Hurd hater." No, I am an injury-prone hater.
hater.
I don't
Yep.
like you if you always injured. I love Jason Verrett. OG, tell me Jason Verrett ain't top 3 DB if he healthy and he on the field.
And
Tell
then
me I'm
some.
lying.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
line.
he's top
Yeah,
7 for
line.
sure. And holding
Shitting
NFL.
on
He's
everybody.
quick. He's a good shutdown corner, but can never stay healthy. Made of glass, bro.
That man can't never stay healthy. His ACLs ain't worth shit. And I feel
He's
bad.
5'10". He plays 6'3".
If I was to trust
right.
anybody on
Right.
if I was to trust anybody on DeAndre Hopkins, is Jason Verrett when healthy.
100%.
Yeah,
100%.
he matches up well. He did play well when
And
he was a
that's it.
starter the previous year.
And just what Antonio just said right now. He 5'11", but he plays 6'3". That's a great. When he get on the field, that's a grown man out there. You know he gonna give you the business. It's just he can't stay on the field, man.
Yep.
And it hurts because I can tell you right now, if Jason Verrett was healthy all these years, he most likely would still be with the Chargers. Because the Chargers, if they pay anybody, they pay defensive backs. They definitely pay their DBs.
Yep.
I know.
they do.
JC Jackson.
There's one guy there by the name of Antonio Cromartie, and he got paid.
But he went to
know
the
what I'm saying?
Jets.
You know, but I mean, like it just it hurts when you see somebody with all that damn talent, man. It just can't
Never
stay
stays healthy.
It
Yep.
hurts, bro. And I mean, if he, to be honest with you, if he could be healthy by the end of training camp, starting.
But then who will play the nickel? Then if we get Verrett, maybe doesn't Verrett play a little nickel or not really?
No, you would never put Verrett at nickel. He's too good for that. You throw somebody else in there to battle with him.
First cup, he got to. First cup, you got to put him there.
Would it be kind of difficult to just put Mosley out there? Like we want to put the best DBs on the field, right?
They did that in 2019. They did that in 2019. I forgot what games they were, but they did put Mosley in the nickel.
So if you put Mosley in the nickel and then Verrett's healthy, damn, that secondary would be legit, bro. In the pass rush, damn.
Yep.
Imagine Drake Jackson being what they said his comp was. They said his comp was D4 because of the bend and flex that young man has. Nick Bosa automatically came out and said he's doing stuff I couldn't do in my rookie year. I definitely wasn't doing none of that.
Yeah, he's not bendy.
Well, the worst pro comp I got from NFL.com was Eli Arrow. What the heck? But I guess it's the raw athleticism. Yeah, I never understood that part, but it's got to do with the raw athleticism and a little bit of where he came from, the production. But I think it's way off, dude. But I think that's the only thing they come away is the athleticism and the raw talent. That's about it. Nothing else.
Yep.
That's an Eli. All right, that's an Eli right there.
There you go. I like that.
Hey, but you met him. You got a picture of you and Harold, dude.
Hey, it don't matter.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
but my thing is that's a lie. Like, how could you compare him to Eli Harris? Because for me, I think what happens a lot is the media just hates on us.
Yeah,
Like,
they do.
the media
Big
loves
time.
to hate. They really are. If you think about it, Zach Wilson and Justin Fields had really shitty years, and they played way more than Trey Lance ever did in his first year. But magically, Trey Lance has a problem with arm fitness.
I never understood that part. I
I
never
never
understood
understood that either.
Magically, Trey Lance just doesn't have it. We don't know if he can do it. I'm getting reports from inside the franchise that they're just not sure. That's why Jimmy's still there.
Like, that doesn't make sense. Like, he's practicing outstanding, bro.
But I'm saying Justin Fields running for his life. Zach Wilson running for his life.
Yep.
Like, both of these dudes had real shitty years, and Zach Wilson was injured. Like,
But he threw more picks and touchdowns.
I know what happened. We give them a pass. You know why? Because it's the Jets and the Bears. We don't really expect much of the Bears. We expect them to have a solid defense. That's what we expect.
Yep.
The Jets, we all know what the organization is. Kind of sucks. I feel bad for Robert Saleh because he's there doing every fucking thing he can. And it's just not panning out for him on the offensive end. Now, I can tell you this, defense probably going to be solid. And guess who they got? K'Wan Williams.
Yep.
He went on over there with Saleh.
No, didn't he go to the Broncos?
No, he went to the Broncos.
Did he?
Yeah, he went to Denver.
No, that was DJ Jones who went to the Broncos.
No. DJ Reed went to the Jets. DJ Reed went to the Jets.
Oh, I thought K'Wan went to the Jets for some ungodly.
No, Denver.
Broncos too.
Oh, okay.
Him and DJ Jones went there too.
Hey, that bolstered that defense. And now you got a slot guy to go with Surtain and the other kid on the outside. So yeah, you definitely good there. And he back hanging with DJ, so I'm pretty sure that they'll accommodate things. There are plenty of things. All right, look, David, I'm gonna need you to calm down with this Dodgers stuff. All right, I need you to relax. Okay.
Tommy and David.
Don't be mad because the Dodgers are rolling. All right. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter what you do in the regular season, baby. It matters what you do in the playoffs. And sorry, if you get in the playoffs and you get beat out, all of that regular season sweeping and all that shit you did doesn't mean much of anything.
Yep.
Yeah, they're building a real defense. I like that. Chosen one. They're building a real defense, but they need to build a real offense to go with the defense. Because the Jets,
they're gonna be in last place.
They ain't going nowhere.
Dude, their offensive line is trash. Like, straight up. Dude, that's why Zach Wilson got injured, dude.
Zach Wilson has no protection.
He's getting killed, bro. Like, seriously. I mean,
I'm gonna laugh. He ain't gonna have much time there. I tell you this. And though and the craziest thing is when you saw Zach Wilson on his pro day, he made that crazy ass throw. Justin Fields made the same crazy ass throw. It just made it look lackluster. It was like, oh, so I mean, you're not the only guy who can do that. I mean, the guy who really won, if you're talking about the quarterbacks from last year, is Mac Jones. Why? Because he went to the Patriots. It was
a good situation.
It was the perfect situation. The reason why we didn't want him over here is because we felt like you're just basically drafting a younger Jimmy. That's literally what you were drafting. He's a safe bet. Nobody's going to give you. He's not going to do anything crazy or spectacular, but he'll fall into the system and he'll do what you ask. And you don't want a guy like that. You want somebody athletic. You want somebody that's a freak that can throw the ball as well as run when they need to. I mean, Kyle's comments said it all. I guarantee you, I guarantee you, I can bet everything that I have in this world. If we had Josh Allen, he'd have started over Jimmy. If that would have been us drafting Josh Allen, they would have started Josh Allen over Jimmy. I guarantee you.
That's where he sees in Trey Lance is that upside because of Josh Allen, that arm talent. When people were looking at the pro day at North Dakota State, They saw that this guy had raw talent, bro. The thing that makes Trey Lance so different than the rest of the other quarterbacks that nobody's even giving a damn about, but they're giving him too much media crap is, for Colin Cowherd to criticize him because he turned down his daughter. Come on, man. That ain't no way to put him in the criticism. And Joy Taylor put him in his place by saying, there's film right there. There's practice. There's a film right there. And then you look at what makes Trey Lance so good is he's willing to go the extra mile.
Yeah,
most quarterbacks don't even want to do that.
Yeah, look how much time he's putting into working.
He goes an extra hour of practice. What's there not to like? Okay, he wants to pick pointers from future Hall of Fame quarterbacks. It's not a bad thing.
Exactly. Oh no, when Trey Lance stays after, it's because he's not picking up the system. He needs to learn. It's not going well, so that's why he stays back to because he needs more time.
Yep, I did.
No, he stays back because he's fine tuning the shit he already knows. Sure did. The man had the playbook down almost 2 weeks to a month in training camp. Serious.
That's crazy.
But yeah. You definitely, he went to that parade. Yes, he did, Corey.
I went there, man. I went to the parade. I was like, hey, baby Steph, what's up? Let me take a pic. Oh man, what's up, Lil Curry? What's up? Have anybody told you look like Steph? Only a million people. But yeah.
Hey, dude, people need to sub your channel and just say, hey, you're the Steph Curry impersonator.
Yeah. Yep. I'm the impersonator.
Yeah. I know you guys are having a good debate on this going on, man. This has been going on forever, man. But Dion, if you need me to go on for the offensive line, man, I'm more than open.
Yeah, we're gonna get that together. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm gonna rehash the one I did on the DBs, and when you have some time, OG, we'll get you together on that one. And don't worry, Antonio, I got you for the wide receivers, bro.
Oh, get him on the wide receiver, man.
And then when I'm trying to get breakdown. When I can catch breakdown, we're gonna talk about the linebackers because we got to talk about our linebacker depth because I am in no way, shape, or form very comfortable because they just gave Oren Burks all the praise at the state of the franchise, like he could come in and just start. And I'm sorry, I looked at the man and I looked at his numbers. Oren Burks is a special teamer. I ain't seen him on the field do nothing that gives me any kind of reason to feel comfortable that if we lose one of our guys, that Burks is going to step on the field and make me happy. I'm so sorry.
I think he was I think he was like a hybrid safety or something.
Something like that, yeah. I heard the same thing.
That's what they like about his traits because when I was watching the press conference, this is what Shanahan and Lynch liked about him was that he had some background as a safety in college and then played at the linebacker spot. So you can see that he's a little undersized, quick, but yeah, he's more of a special teamers if anything else.
Oh yes, for sure. Jimmy G versus Trey Lance. We've been going.
There is no competition.
There is no competition. It's Trey's job to lose. We got to get rid of Jimmy, man. Come on.
Here. You see this right here? You see what CC's number 5? Let me tell you this. I'll tell you how I bought the jersey. And it's funny. I went to the preseason game we had last year. Took my wife to San Francisco, stayed in this beautiful hotel. Oh my God. You know what I'm saying? That the hotel had one of those, them showers that you get busy in there. You know what I'm saying? So we stayed in a nice hotel, man. We go to the mall. So I'm like sitting there and I'm looking and I thought about it like, you know what, man, let me grab me another Niner hat. Because I collect them. I have tons of Niner hats. I have a little collection because I love them so much. But I looked right into this window. There was a Trey Lance jersey. And I swear to you, it was like the clouds opened up and the sun shined down on me. And I skipped right on over. I was like, perfect. Went in, man, took that motherfucker. I bought that jersey. I was like, that's it. I'm happy. Literally, when we were at the game, there was a ton of people at the game. When Trey Lance came in, bro, I literally hyped the whole crowd up just by myself because when he came in, everybody was silent. I was like, this is the future. Get the fuck up. Get out of your chairs. Cheer for this man. We brought him here. Like, come on, man. and people just started clapping, and it slowly started spreading. I'm like, let's go. You know what I'm saying? Don't nobody care about number 10. He ain't
Yeah,
worth
get with the program. Get with the program or get the fuck out of here.
For this reason. And what happened? When he threw that pass to Trent Sherfield in the preseason game versus the Chiefs, and they scored a touchdown, everybody was looking in my direction. I'm like, I told you guys, it's gonna happen, and that's gonna happen more often than not. Not to Trent Sherfield because he ain't here no more, but it's gonna happen with Brandon Ayuk. It's gonna happen with Juwan.
1,400 yards. Brandon Ayuk, 1,400 yards.
He looks poised to be breaking out. I think Ayuk could break out. Yeah,
and he is the one person that never supported Garoppolo. You never heard him say
he was not fond of him whatsoever.
He said, "Deep balls, please." You know.
Okay, all right, that's perfect. You know what?
Hey,
OG.
Hey, can I answer the Eagles fan?
Oh yeah, I was going. Okay, you answer it in OG. You can take this too because that's a perfect question. They want to know.
All right, look at Richie Mack. When you better hope in those Cowboy-Eagle rivalry games, when Dak Prescott throws those floaters, you better hope Jaquiski Tartt comes down with it because Prescott gonna give you a lot of those. So Tartt, I mean, that's gonna be practice, man. Because Dak, he's whack. He's the most overrated quarterback in football. So Tartt, you better get your hands on the football. You're gonna have a lot of chances versus the Cowboys, and the Washington football team, and the Giants. Horrible quarterback play in that division. So Tartt, you're gonna have a lot of interception chances. I'm just saying. But that's all I want to say, y'all. Go for it, y'all.
You know what? I like Tartt. I liked what the loyalty he showed to the 49ers. But I really believe he's been treated unfairly by the 49ers. I love my 49ers to the core. I'm faithful to the core. But the way they treated Tartt, I thought it was kind of unfair. I mean, to me, the way I see it, I've been in that position dropping wide open interceptions. I've been there. So for the 49ers and the fans to turn on him like this, yeah, it was kind of unfair.
I was okay with him coming back cheaper because he was a guy that knew the system, but it was just time to move on, I guess.
Yeah, for me, I like Tartt, man. And you know, the number one thing that I get on Jimmy for, honestly, is the fact that he doesn't own his mistakes. And he always puts it on the team rather than himself. You know what I'm saying? Now, that looks good when you're winning, but when you're losing, you got to take some responsibility for it at some point. So here's my thing. With Tartt, you know what happened when he dropped that interception in the Rams game?
He owned it.
No, he owned it. So I respect him for that. And he's been here with us, man. And the dynamic that him and Jimmy Ward had was beautiful. He did have a couple of injuries here and there, but you know, no, it had nothing to do with the failed INT. Probably just due to the fact that he's a little over 30.
And he was injured at times.
And he was injured at times. But that failed INT means nothing.
And they like Hufanga better. They like Hufanga a little bit better than him at this point. So
yeah, Tartt was a little shaky in coverage too. He wasn't always the best coverage guy, you know.
But good tackler.
Yeah, good tackler, sure tackler.
I mean, he was built like a linebacker, but he was more of a safety in the hybrid, like in the box. Like when you needed somebody to make a tackle on these line of scrimmage plays or at deep spots, sometimes he might be in solid position, but he's not your ball hawker. He'll definitely cause them turnovers. He'll definitely have opportunities to get them turnovers.
Definitely.
Tartt's gonna serve you well, man. You do have a really good safety back there, man. So don't worry about that. Tartt will serve you well. You'll be all right. Nothing to be concerned about, man. Just, you know, as long as he's healthy, he's gonna give you everything he's got and more. He does not. He doesn't quit. And you know, if you have young safeties in the building, he is great at coaching them up, man. So you got yourself a great player. I wouldn't tell you that if I didn't think good of him. Like when the Chiefs wouldn't got Jerick McKinnon, I was like, well, let's see if that motherfucker actually does something. And, you know, and he panned out a little bit for him, but you know, he's still, you know, in my eyes, he's still a piece of shit. You know, but that's just me.
Yeah, that's pretty much just the way how I look at it. I thought Tartt was really a good player. Maybe we should have brought him back, but they really like Hufanga, so they're really high on him better. So I like the direction we're going to, but I'm hoping he pays off. How do you pronounce his first name correctly? Jaquiski.
Yes.
Jaquiski.
Yeah, but
Yeah, I remember
anyway,
He had a couple people go Jaquiski, and I was like, "How did you get that from the? How did you put an I and an A?
that makes no sense.
Hey, I just want to say, hey, my little Jaquaski Tart story. A couple years ago, I was at a 49er barbecue. You know, he was there and stuff. And, like, I was so drunk, I was like, hey, Jaquaski, you're the next Ronnie Lott. Yeah. Oh, my God. What I drank that day was some strong stuff, man. He was not even close to Ronnie, you know what I'm saying? But the liquor will make you think that.
You should have did a video of it one time. Maybe that would have been the funniest video you ever had, bro. And then he probably would have took it as compliment.
Yeah.
Hey, I don't know if you saw my video where I come at Brian Young. Brian Young was all like scared for a minute, and then he just shakes my hand.
Seen that.
Yeah, Brian Young was like, dude, like nobody's ever scared him like that. And I come up all close to him, trying to go after him like he's a quarterback, and he's like, "What the hell?" he was like a deer in the headlights, bro. Hey, I remember one time when I was at a game, Jeff Garcia was fucking scared of his life, bro. He thought I was gonna fucking kill him. he went like this and just ran off. Oh man, dude! And then Joe Staley freaking fist bumped me so hard, bro. He hurt my fucking hand. He was fucking pumped, bro.
Yeah, but you know how Joe is, man. You love everybody loves Joe, man.
Joe
That's
showed,
Joe had
those stupid jokes.
Every scene of a defense of an offensive line.
Spike was cool. Spike was cool.
Hey, Joe Staley, that's the real Joe Cool right there. Hey, he's always exciting, sense of humor, you know, always cool as heck. So.
Yeah, hey, but we're gonna end the show, man. We had a good one, man. But I'm gonna give you guys a solo. I'm gonna let my boy Niner Gang Dion get the flow, and then we'll go OG, and then we'll go Antonio, and then we good to go.
Hey, man, continue to keep your eye on this channel right here, man. Because once training camp starts, we're gonna light it up every Monday. Appreciate everyone for tapping in. Y'all see the name? Go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button to the channel. You know, I'm putting up content. As you saw, I'm definitely going to be getting with my fellas here. We're going to go ahead and put some more content out. But thank y'all for tuning in.
Yeah. Yeah, we got it, man. Let's see. OG coming in the building.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is OG 49er. Just want to let you know to keep on staying tuned because once training camp starts, we'll give you a whole lot of breakdown of what's been going on. And I'm especially looking forward to the DB, especially that slot nickel. So follow me on Twitter, OG49er559. Thank you, CG, for letting me on your show, and stay faithful.
Yes, sir. And my boy, Little Curry, that should be arrested for the impersonator Curry.
Yeah, man, that's me, you know. Subscribe to this channel, 49er King 510 on YouTube, my podcast, Backstory Phillies podcast. Also, but yeah. Today I went to the Warriors parade, man. You know, it was so fun, and I'm just ready for it to be a 49er championship parade. I'm tired of being stuck on 5 Super Bowls, you know? I mean, these Warriors are about to pass the Niners, man. We've been stuck on 5 forever. Like, I'm sick of it, y'all. I'm sick of it. But, yeah, you know, great show, y'all. I enjoyed it with you guys, and 49ers all day, every day. More content all the time. So, yeah, 49er King 510 as you see, y'all. So yeah.
All right. Hey, but it's definitely a great time, and it was a hell of a good fun stream. But we'll look forward to next week, and we'll see y'all later. As always, the round check is out, and we'll see y'all later.
Yeah.